College football in mid-October, a picture-perfect day in the Bay Area. San Jose, California, Spartan Stadium. It's homecoming, a pivotal WAC opener as Utah State visits San Jose State. Hi, everybody. I'm Trey Bender alongside former Spartan defensive back Jay Taylor. Glad you're with us. This is a key game in terms of the bowl picture and the conference title race for these two clubs. And it's also pitting a matchup of two of the top defenses in college football.
Yeah, when you look at both of these defenses, they're ranked in the top 10, especially getting people off in third down. If both defense show up today, expect a slugfest and a low-scoring game.
The Aggies are a well-balanced group led by Bojay Fili-Moyatu, first-team all-conference. He makes plays all over the place.
Coach Anderson's been putting linebackers out the past couple of years, and when you look at Bojay, this is a leader on the defense. He's an emotional guy. He gets the team going. You're going to see him get after the quarterback as well as dropping in coverage.
Now, on the San Jose State side, they're led by arguably the best defensive end in college football, Travis Johnson.
Oh, my goodness. When you look at what this kid's done, he has 7.5 sacks. He's second in the nation right now. He had 9.5 last year in conference play, and conference is starting up for them today. If he's able to continue that pace, he'll end up with 15, 16 sacks, but the big thing about him is he's a smart player. He seems to be in the right place at the right time.
These programs headed in the right direction under coaches Anderson and McIntyre. The Aggies have won the last three, including a one-point win last year, Logan. This will go a long way in deciding the conference championship. We'll kick it off. Coming up next from San Jose. The Spartans 4-1, their first four-game win streak since 2006, looking for their first bowl since that 2006 season, and they know they've got a tough test as they open up WAC play against the Aggies from Utah State. There's Mike McIntyre, third season. He says, we're not building a team, we're building a program. Contract extension through 2017. Last year, 5 wins on the cusp of a bowl. This year, he is hoping for a WAC championship as he has turned this program around quickly. 22 years overall. And on the other sideline, Gary Anderson, he just signed a contract extension through 2018. He's a guy that last year led them to their most wins since 1993 at Utah State. Went to a bowl game, their first bowl in 15 years. High-octane spread offense. His defense has really stepped it up this year, amongst the nation's best in points allowed. Two coaches that realize the importance of this one, and you couldn't ask for better conditions in the Bay Area. Little bit of a northerly breeze. That's common from north to south, left to right across the stadium, but this is the kind of weather you want to play in, and you played in this in your time at San Jose State.
This is what I really call football weather. I know a lot of people back in the Midwest and East like to say that cold weather is, but no, this is football weather. 64 degrees, sun out, just cool enough to keep yourself comfortable, but to get that energy level up high.
Homecoming and a special moment for the Spartans and the Spartan alumni on hand here. Here's a look at the series. The last two have come down to the wire. The Aggies rallying a couple late touchdowns to win last year in Logan. And it could be that same type of a game here. Both are stingy on defense, and they have some weapons on the offensive side of the ball. Spartans will get it first. Great crowd on hand here at Spartan Stadium. Jerron Bedford will kick it away for the Aggies. And we're underway from San Jose. It's going to be Tyler Irvin, 5 yards deep. He'll take a knee, and the touchback will bring the football out to the 25-yard line. Spartans offensively averaging 30.4 points per game. Fails a big reason why. Poised, accurate. He's a big kid with a great work ethic. Right now, 4th at the FBS level in completion percentage, 75% at this stage of the season.
And that is huge to have a quarterback that spreads the ball around. That's the thing about it. 75%, that's not just 1 or 2 receivers. He spreads the ball around evenly. So defensively, it's hard to pick one guy to key on because he is going to make sure he gets to the open man, not who you think he's going to go to.
Coach Mack says he'll keep plays alive. He's calm and cool. 2 years at Monterey Peninsula Junior College, first year at San Jose State. Underway from the 25-yard line. Fails in trouble, and he's sacked at the 14. Jake Dowdy, the junior inside linebacker, gets to him.
That's one of those plays. When you look at this, it was effective because it's a late blitz. The guard doesn't pick him up and allows Doughty just to come straight through without being blocked. Ryan Jones, the left guard, had to do a better job of starting from the inside out. Because he didn't do that, he gave up the sack.
Loss of 9, fails to the near sideline. Irvin with the catch and tackled by Will Davis. As they get some of that yardage back to the 24, it'll set up a 3rd and 11. San Jose State has a lot of weapons. Eskridge is a Minnesota transfer, physical guy. He'll get the ball a lot, but Grigsby, a star, all-conference candidate at receiver. They've got a lot of guys that can catch the football. David Quisenberry, Lombardi watch list guy, heart and soul at that left tackle position. 3rd and 11. Opening series from Spartan Stadium. Fails. And it's caught. A first down grab as the flag comes in, hauled in by Grigsby.
That is a tough catch. You see why Grigsby's an all-conference player. He has a good knack for running good routes, getting in position, helping his quarterback Fels. It was a dig route. Fels puts it right in the spot. Grigsby comes back to the ball to get that catch.
Jim Farmer.
Pass interference defense, number 1. That penalty is declined. First down, result of the play.
So he beats Nevin Lawson to the football. Good start for the Spartans.
Yeah, and you're seeing right there, both these teams rank in the top 10 in 3 and outs because they get you in those long down situations. We're going to have to see conversions like that on both sides of the ball if they plan on making a move down to the end zone.
Fails on first down. Underneath, it's Ina. And he has a first down up to the 46-yard line. The Aggies defensively are stout, an unselfish crew, balanced up front. They're led by Kamana Matagi, their most explosive guy at that nose spot. Quick snap on first down for the Spartans now as they run it for short yardage. Linebackers, we saw Doughty. Vigil, their emotional leader, though. He leads them in tackles for loss and sacks. And the secondary experience as well. Will Davis leads the WAC in pass breakups with 11. Defensive coordinator Dave Aranda and this Utah State team, they've been very good all season long. Second down, no gain on that last run. Fake on the end around, they hand it off to Irvin, and he gets it to the other side of the field, the 47. Third down coming up.
I really love the pace of the game right now. Offensive coordinator Brian Lindgren for San Jose State is doing a good job of going a little bit of no huddle, speeding up the tempo of the snaps, especially after starting off with that sack. It's a good plus to wake your team up like, hey, guys, we're in a slug match here. You cannot have mental mistakes just like that.
We'll see a lot of personnel sets and formations from San Jose State. Very good, as you can see, in third down situations. This is third down and 6 yards to go. Fails, slant route, caught for the first down by Jones, and they move the chains to the 36.
That was an incredible throw and catch. You look at Fels, he zips it in on a skinny slant right there. DB does a good job trying to go for the ball, but that is just an awesome throw and catch by the quarterback and receiver. Not much you can do as a defensive back in plays like that.
Jones, their third leading receiver. He's a threat with Grigsby and Carr. They'll also throw a couple of talented tight ends into the mix. First down from the 36. Deep drop, fails over the middle. And it's a sliding grab made by Grigsby. First and goal, Spartans.
Oh, that play was so effective by Grigsby because he set up the corner route, and it was a post corner. You're going to see him run from the left side of your screen. He fakes like he's going to the corner route, comes back to the post, and where it's wide open, and Fels does a good job of looking the safety off. Look at the safety on the right side. Fels looks him off to the right, brings him right back. In a bad situation there, Brian Sweet getting beat deep.
Grigsby with a 29-yard grab. He has been consistent all year long. They'll go to the Wildcat formation now with Blake Jurek, the sophomore, in at quarterback. Jurek's going to keep it, trying to get to the edge. And the Aggies shut it down as the ball pops free and floats out of bounds. It will remain with San Jose State. They like to use this guy in short yardage situations.
I can understand why. 6'4", 230 pounds. It's like having a fullback back there in the quarterback position. But I think you have to pick and choose, and clearly Utah State was ready for that play. But Fowles is doing good. The offense is clicking. Just stick with the game plan that got you to this point.
They bring Fales back in. Third in the WAC, you see, in the red zone. They have 11 touchdowns and 20 opportunities inside that 20-yard line. 2nd and goal now. Grigsby in motion. Handoff, Irvin. Or it's Eskridge, rather, and he's shut down right at the line of scrimmage. This is where the Aggies are tough. They are stout against the run, especially near the goal line.
And you're looking at these defensive line and the linebackers. They really come in. You're going to see right there, Javed Likasake right there in the middle, clogging everything up, nowhere for him to go. And then all of a sudden he's able to wrap him up, number 57 right there. He clogged that center. There's nowhere for them to go.
10th play of the drive. Great opening possession from San Jose State. Can they cash in? 3 receivers. Rodriguez is in the backfield as a blocker. Fails. Play fake. Back in the end zone and deflected. Vigil and Fackrell. Fackrell got his hand up there.
Good play by Fackrell coming from the backside. Fails didn't see him as he buzzed across. You can see he thinks he has him wide open. Fackrell comes from the left side of the screen. Right in the last second, gets up to the highest point, knocks that ball down, and now you're seeing why these defenses are so stout. You may move up and down the field a little bit, but when it comes down to it, it's a victory for the defense. They held them to 3 points.
That's a 6'5" frame knocking that one away. Here's Austin Lopez, perfect 9 for 9 on field goals. 26-yarder, and make it 10 for 10. The true freshman from Euless, Texas, gets the Spartans on the board. 11 plays. And on homecoming, the Spartans strike first, up 3-0. The first point scored against Utah State all season long in the first quarter. The opening drive, San Jose State gets on the board thanks to a field goal from Austin Lopez. There's a look at the drive. Mixing run and pass effectively. It fizzled out in that red zone.
It did. And I think when they went to switch quarterbacks, that kind of took a little of the momentum off. I thought that was not the time to use that play. So Utah State feels that they had a victory on the defensive end because they allowed them to go down the field, but they didn't allow 7 points. But San Jose State should be excited to come out and start the game that way after starting off with the sack.
Encouraging start for the team here at homecoming as you look at Chuck Jacobs, Travis Reynolds, the deep men for Utah State. Wade from the 35 kicks it away. It's going to be Jacobs at the 10-yard line. Jacobs to the outside. Flag is thrown, and he's run out of bounds near the 39. This could be coming back. An effective return by number 10 right there.
When you have a short kick like that, you usually want to put yourself outside of the hashes so the defense has a chance, the kickoff team has a chance to squeeze in on that.
On the return, holding. On the return team, number 91. 10-yard penalty. First down, Utah State.
It's DJ Tiala-Vea who doubles as their tight end.
You can see right there, once you see that shirt pull, that always gets it every time. He pulled on Jones there, and they're going to get that. Good blessing for San Jose State in that kind of situation because you didn't want this offense starting close to midfield.
So Gary Anderson's offense with an opportunity coming off a lackluster effort against a good BYU defense last week. Chucky Keaton, more known for his running than his passing. He loves his leadership. A joy to coach. His work contagious. Has had some problems throwing the football. That has improved over the last year. From the 14, puts it in the air on first down, and it's incomplete. Intended for Austin. Broken up by Derek Muava, the outside linebacker.
Muava stepped in well on that play. He saw the quick slant, got in position, didn't allow Chucky to get that completion.
Muava, part of an active linebacking core, first-year starter. Benway-Kurian is a nickel back here as they'll set up for the pass as Utah State comes out with 4 receivers on second down. Keaton hands it off to Williams. A couple yards and that's it to the 16. The Aggies coming off just a 3-point effort in a 6-3 loss at BYU last week. Williams, though, is the star. The WAC leader in all-purpose yardage and rushing yardage. They'll throw it to him effectively out of the backfield. Their senior leader, Austin, at that receiver spot. Looking at a 3rd and 7 now. Keaton near side, Cameron Webb, and it's close to the first down. He needed the 24, and it's very close.
That play was effective. Used the out route, drove some space. Webb gets the separation. Defense playing a little soft. made it for an easy third down conversion in that kind of situation.
Senior out of Millville, Utah, moves the chains. He'll check off both of these offenses, multiple weapons in that receiver position. Play fake and a roll from Keaton now. Trying to buy some time, he's in trouble. Dumps it off to Williams, look out. And Williams across the 30 and taken down after a 5-yard pickup by Cullen Newsom, the safety.
Good open field tackle by Cullen Newsom in that situation. Kerwin Williams, a guy that will kill you in open field.
8 yards on that pickup, second down and short coming up.
You can see right there as the play's busted, he's coming back, nothing's there, and it does all he can to get the ball off to Kerwin Williams.
And now a quick snap and a toss to the right side, caught by Austin, and he has a first down for the Aggies as they move the chains up to the 47. 8-yard pass play to Williams and a 13-yarder to Austin, and they move it quickly towards midfield now.
Yeah, both offensive coaches know the beauty when he played against a tough defense, you have to go some no huddle, try to catch him off kilter.
4 receivers this time. They'll send Natson, the freshman, in motion. Williams again on the toss, the pass play to the near side, and a pickup of 7 to the 45. Spartans defensively second in the nation with 22 sacks. They allow just 17 points per game. Up front, it's Travis Johnson, the leader. We talked about him. Buhajer, leading tackler, has 3 sacks, and James Orth has 8 career picks at safety. Straight ahead Williams, and that's good enough for a first down to the 42. The quick snap, no huddle working effectively here.
Well, and because when you have 2 aggressive defenses, if you allow them time to get set and see what you're going to do offensively, you're not going to get too many gains. So the best way to do that is to go no huddle, speed up the tempo, allow for the defense not to have substitutions so that you can catch them in the right spot.
Sustained drives by each club here in the first quarter, inside the 8-minute mark now. Keaton setting up the screen. Natson has it. And the freshman tackled at the 37 by Ronnie Yell. Still an effective play, 4 yards on that one.
That's a bubble screen. Utah State loves to use that a lot with their receivers because they have so much speed on offense. And that's really an extension of a running play, just like they're doing a pitch or a dive.
Second and 6 at the 37. This time 3 receivers to the right side for Chucky Keaton. Changing it up. That's Bartlett, the tight end, in motion. Here comes the pressure. Keaton throws it away. Evading what would have been a loss there, and that's part of the maturation of this guy at quarterback.
Chucky is very dangerous with his feet, and as the pressure comes, watch him feel it from the left side, the top of the screen. Should have been sacked right there, but because he's so elusive and quick, he knows I just have to get outside the pocket, and here's the smart part, throw it away. Now we got 3rd and short.
12 plays on the Spartans drive. This is a 10-play drive right now for Utah State. 3rd and 6. Look at Travis Johnson. He was in on that last quarterback hurry. Those numbers are mind-boggling. A guy that they feel will be an outside linebacker at the next level.
He has all the tools.
Blitz is coming. Keaton on the move. Tucks it, and he's going to be bumped out of bounds shy of the first down at the 35-yard line. Decision time now coming, 4th down and 4.
In this kind of situation, you'll see the defense got a coverage pressure. Because nobody was open, Chucky had to scramble around, but you see the speed of Chucky as he gets out. He's trying to get a little bit more, but he's a little too far to get that conversion for the first down.
Now it's been well documented, the kicking woes of Utah State. 2 missed kicks that cost them games at Wisconsin and at BYU. They will go for it here, well outside of their kicker's range, whether it's Thompson or Diaz. They'll go for it on 4th and 4. Keaton over the middle. He's got the tight end Bartlett, and a first down to the 25. Big conversion there.
That play was so effective because when you take Bartlett in the situation, you knew the defense was coming with some pressure. Bartlett just walls off the safety, makes it an easy throw for Chucky Keaton.
Gary Anderson rolling the dice, and he goes to Bartlett, his 20th catch this season at the tight end spot. We empty the backfield. Keaton Scrambles again. He's got some room to run. And he slides down at the 17, pickup of 8. That's what he's very good at and has been good out throughout his career.
That's what's going to be hard for the San Jose State defense, keeping him contained in the pockets. You can see right here, they do a good job of closing it down, but then guys get out of the lanes. And when you have a scrambling quarterback that can run like Chucky Keaton, all he needs is a small seam to get out.
Turns disaster into an 8-yard pickup, second and a couple now. Fakes it to Williams. Rolls and throws. Got a man. Touchdown. Hauled in by Chuck Jacobs. And the Aggies take the lead.
That's a situation right there. The San Jose State defense got caught in the coverage where Jacobs was able to get behind the corner. You can see right there, Benny Beloki. He sits there, and there's Yale coming forward, and Yale should be farther back because the receiver gets behind him. Ronnie Yale should have been deeper, and because he wasn't, it made an easy throw for Chucky Keaton.
Here's Nick Diaz, his first ever place kick as a collegian, and he knocks it through there. Diaz, the starter, ahead of Josh Thompson, who has struggled as a place kicker. Jacobs' touchdown gives the Aggies the lead. 2 long, sustained drives. First the Spartans, and then the Aggies. Keaton on the move, spots Jacobs for the go-ahead score. Chuck Jacobs right there, the fastest wide receiver on the Aggies team, a game changer, hauling in a 17-yard touchdown pass. He had a breakthrough game, over 100 yards receiving in the win against UNLV this year.
They are very deep at receiver. They got multiple guys with multiple speeds that can get by you. And as a defense, you have to be aware of every last one of them, especially when they spread out to one back or no back.
Look at that, 13 plays, answering the 12-play drive of the Spartans. We're off to a good start here. Both teams playing well.
And what was big about that was the 4th down conversion. That's what kept that drive going.
Chucky Keaton doing a nice job evading pressure and making plays on the move. Benford to kick it away again. Irvin will give way to Ogburn Jr. Crosses the 15 and loses his footing a bit and goes down at the 19-yard line. Tackle made by Clayton Christensen. Here's a look at that touchdown play. Keaton with a nice job.
Yeah, what you can't see at the bottom of the screen as he rolls out, Jacobs is in the slot, and from the slot position, he runs the corner route right there. Ronnie Yale was supposed to be back in that 3rd, but because he wasn't, that's why the touchdown happened.
Chucky with 10 yards rushing, 7 of 9 through the air, and now the football back in Fales' hands, also sharp on that drive that ended in a field goal on their first possession. 3-receiver look. They rotated Eskridge and Irvin at the running back spot. Irvin in there right now. Fails his pressure. He's going to roll out. Fackrell after him, and he's got him back at the 13.
That play was effective because Fackrell stayed where he was supposed to be in the zone. You can see here comes the corner blitz right there by Will Davis. He sees it. Farrell does. He's trying to find a seam right here. He should have threw it away, but because he doesn't, right there, Fackrell does a good job. He doesn't go for any pump fake. He stays down, runs through him.
That was the effort last week against BYU in Provo. Long frame, good cover guy, the whole package, just a redshirt freshman. Loss of 4. Fails, far sideline, catch is made, and that's a first down grab by Jabari Carr. Their sophomore receiver from San Jose.
Caught Utah State where the corner missed him on the line, and he did a good job of getting down that sideline and getting Farrell a pocket to zip that ball in between the 2 spots for a good first down.
17-yard pickup out to the 33-yard line. Fails at a couple go-ahead touchdown drives in the win at San Diego State. He's had some big moments this year. Play action this time. Setting up the screen, and that's read, shut down by Will Davis. All over Jones on that play.
That was trying to do a receiver bubble screen. The hard part about doing it the way San Jose State tried to do it was they didn't have a receiver out there to get a little chip block. So Will Davis did a good job of reading it, driving up on it, and making the tackle.
Loss of 2, 2nd and 12 now. Now Fails will come off, and here they go with that Wildcat formation again, and Blake Jurek. Sophomore from Santa Cruz in for a play. He'll keep it, and Blake Dozer, as Coach McIntyre calls him, gets a couple yards back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's one of those situations when you look at Connor Williams right there that wrapped it up. They understand when Jurek comes in, it's a great possibility he's going to keep the ball and run. So the defense stays sound, they stay home. Right there, Connor Williams gets off the block, wraps up for a stop. Short game.
3rd and 10 now. Jurek off, fails back in. And they'll go with 3 receivers and the tight end. Otten is in a slot, top of the screen, and movement. And that's on the Spartans. Looks like the right guard, Nicholas Casper.
Can't do that in this kind of situation.
Offense, number 75, 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
You're trying to respond. You cannot have a costly penalty. It's already 3rd and long. Now you're making it 3rd and extra long. 3rd and 15 against this type of defense, like we said before. Both these defenses rate in the top 10 of getting you off in 3 and out.
And the Aggies in the past under Gary Anderson, very good in their blitz schemes. They like to get sacks on creepers, simulated pressure, and they'll move a lot of guys up there on that front. They come after Fales. He's in trouble, and he's sacked. They'll hold him up and sack him back at the 17. Lawson coming in there from his corner spot.
That's one of those plays. They saw the blitz. This 3-4 scheme is just like you watch the Pittsburgh Steelers. They'll get people standing up, doing different things. You won't know where they're coming from. And as you see right here, the blitz comes late from the corner. Lawson comes in, and at that point, Farrell has to do a better job of throwing the ball away. That's the 2nd time that he could have threw the ball away, and he did.
10-yard loss, and Harrison Wade to punt it away. A low liner. It's fielded by Webb, and he's hit right away and dropped at the 47. And Webb a little bit shaken up. Aggies will have it when we come back. Nearing the 2-minute mark, 1st quarter. A couple long drives. Some contact here. No harm, no foul in San Jose. Cameron Webb on this punt return. We saw a little bit of everything on this play.
Sure did. What happens is, when you fair catch, you need to make it. He just throws a hand up there. That could be misconstrued. Then he gets his finger in his eye as his blocker also gets pushed into him. So
Blackburn Jr. gets the cage as well.
Yes, and you can see right there, push, hand right in the face. Could have been a face mask call, but got away.
No flags anywhere. They say play on as Webb tries to shake it off. The Aggies with excellent field position at the 47-yard line. Keaton with a bootleg. All kinds of time. Over the middle, has a man. It's Austin. 30. Matt Austin to the 20. And he's bumped out of bounds by Orth. They'll mark him out at the 6-yard line. Austin on a crossing pattern, and the senior delivers.
He had all the time in the world. He set up. They had a receiver running deep on the seam that pulled the safety out of there. You're going to see Austin come across the middle, and he just waits for him to get open. He gets it. Now you're going to see a missed tackle by David Augment Jr. right there. You got to wrap up better than that.
47-yard pickup. They'll run it now with Williams on the quick snap, and he's hit in the hole and drops a yard, and that's about it. 2nd down coming up. Foloi Vi was in there. Also Travis Johnson.
Well, they're using the play fake to keep him honest because you know Utah State's a very effective running team, and that pulls the linebackers up, which opened up that dig route behind. And you can see right there in the stats, this team can get off to a fast start. It's just how is San Jose State defense going to respond?
Golden opportunity to find the end zone here on 2 consecutive drives. Williams in the backfield on 2nd down. Fake it to him. Keaton rolling, throwing back in the end zone. It's caught by Jacobs. Was he in? He was out of bounds.
Jacobs is dragging from the backside. It's one of those routes where defenses, they try to catch him falling asleep. You're going to see Chucky's rolling. Jacobs is coming from the backside, throws it to him, but you're going to see as his foot comes down, he hits the white and not the yellow. That puts him out of bounds.
3rd and goal from the 6. Now a timeout, Utah State. They'll talk it over here. They've been most effective with this guy in scrambling mode.
Yes, what's happening is because the San Jose State defense is putting enough pressure on them. The hard part when you play against a running quarterback, when you bring pressure, everybody has to be disciplined in their lanes and zones, because if you don't, you're going to give him a little bit of a seam, as we've seen already, and when he gets that seam, he can get through it. Now he has open space, because between the pressure and the coverage, nobody is there.
This is the WAC opener, and one of the key games when you talk about the conference race. We're just underway. It's still hard to figure out how good Texas San Antonio is. They haven't played the schedule that Louisiana Tech, San Jose State, and Utah State have played, but when you look past that top team right there, it looks like a three-team race. These teams getting the most pub, Tech and the two schools from San Jose State and Utah State.
Well, and that's why these games are so crucial, and that's why when you play against a WAC opponent, and especially at home, you have to win. You have to win your games at home, because it's going to be a tough race between those three teams.
After the Aggies timeout, 3rd and goal. Let's see what they come up with here. 3 receivers left. Keaton, corner pattern. Austin got it. Perfectly placed for the touchdown. Keaton to Austin, and it's 13-3.
Damon Ogman Jr. got beat on a fade route. He doesn't make a play for the ball. He's looking at the receiver the whole entire time. If he just turns around and puts himself in position, he'll have a better chance. He's going against Austin, 6'2", 202. He's 5'11", 180. There's a slight height difference, but not that much where he couldn't have made that play.
His 23rd catch, 4th touchdown catch of the season. Diaz for the extra point, and it's 14-3, Utah State. They go 86 yards on their first drive. This drive, 4 plays, 53 yards, and Gary Anderson's offense looks like a well-oiled machine after struggling last week.
Well, you look at what happened last week. They felt they should have had that game won. The simple, quick fade, just throws the ball there. Chucky puts in a great spot, but that wasn't a play that Ogman Jr. could not have made. The DB can make that kind of play. Now, if it was a back shoulder throw, then sometimes I could say that's a hard one. That one should have been made by the defense.
This guy's a great story. Matt Austin has overcome a pair of season-ending knee injuries, has his degree in sociology, 6th-year guy, has battled, and now is the focal point of their offense from the receiver's standpoint.
And he does a good job. You see he has soft hands. He's able to pull the ball in. He runs good routes because he's able to put space between him and the DB. And like you said, he's been through so much adversity. The team is very proud of what he's been able to do for them this season.
Look at the numbers for Austin. The game-winning touchdowns against New Mexico State and San Jose State in that one-point win a year ago. Here's Irvin now, trying to set up the Spartans in good shape, but does not get much room up the middle of the field and is knocked down at the 17-yard line. Frankie Sutera getting down there on coverage for the Aggies.
This is a crucial drive coming up right now for San Jose State. They went down the first series, had an opportunity to put 7 on the board, but they only put 3. Then the next 2 times, they faltered off of the pressure from Utah State, not responding the correct way. This drive is crucial. You need to go down and put points on the board and not let Utah State pull out ahead of you too far.
They come out with a 2-receiver look this time and double tight ends from the 17. And hand it off to David Freeman, the senior, with just his 3rd carry of the year and 3 yards to the 20-yard line.
This defensive front, this front 7 for Utah State is very stout. They rotate 9 to 10 guys in, so they keep them fresh. And if you think about the gauntlet of games that they played against BYU last week. They went to Wisconsin, was holding them down. They know how to handle the run. San Jose State's going to have to do a better job of creasing them if they expect to get success in the running game.
And there's movement on the left side. That looked like the tight end, Ryan Otten, that moved prematurely. And this is where Gary Anderson wants them backed up.
Right.
This is where they play their best.
And I think they're questioning, did the defense cause the offense to go off sides? That's that new kind of rule where the defender can't do the little twitch thing to make the offensive player move, and then you call the offense for false start. So let's see how that, if you watch the defense, see who moves first. Defense moves first, then the offense reacts. So I think that's what they're discussing right now. And in that type of situation, they would call that against the defense.
Looks like they're going to back him up here.
False start. Offense number 85. 5-yard penalty. Remains second down.
It's 82, the tight end.
82, and I'm not sure if I completely agree with that on our replay. Again, we have the replay. You can kind of see the D-line did move first, but it's like a bang-bang kind of situation. So it's understandable how they see that. But these are the little things that are hurting San Jose State right now. The pressures and now the penalties.
That's 2 of them now against the Spartans. Now it's 2nd and 12 as they put 2 tight ends to the right side of the formation. Tuitupo and Otten. Fails short drop, pump fake. He's in trouble. The pocket collapses and he goes down. The ball comes free. Was he down though? They say he was. It'll be 3rd down coming up. Right now, the Aggies winning the battle up front.
They're winning the battle up front, and it looks like San Jose State is confused. Watch. It looks like it was supposed to be a quick out. He goes to throw it, but nobody's there. The number 2 there, DeLon Eskridge, comes into him. So right now, they seem a little disoriented on offense right now, not in sync after that first drive. They can't get things blocked correctly, and it seems like guys aren't getting in the right position. You can see right there, Coach McIntyre's a bit frustrated.
And that will be the final play of the first quarter here at Spartan Stadium. Homecoming, but not a good start for the team in blue. Couple touchdown drives from Utah State, and they have the lead here. A pivotal WAC opener. Both these teams have bowl aspirations, but it's the Aggies making all the plays in the early going. Second quarter coming up.